In this class 6 of Python, we are going to understand about conversion functions. So what is this means? Conversion functions are predefined in Python which converts from one data type value to another. For example, converting from integer to float, float to integer, string to integer, like this to convert from one data type value to another data type. Now Python provides conversion functions. Okay, so these functions are like this. First of all, it is what? Int function. Int x comma what? Base value we have to give. Okay, base value. Okay, so integer is a conversion function which is used to convert the x value to the integer, and you have to give the base value when this x is a binary, octal, or what? Hexadecimal. Okay, so let me explain about this particular integer conversion function with the help of an example. Okay, so for that I am going to open the IDLE, the Python IDLE I am going to open. Okay, here. So wait, it is opening the IDLE. Yeah, here it is present. Right. Now what happens here? It is, suppose let's say s is equal to 123, right? This s is a string data type. You can see, please, this is a string data type. Okay, now let's say that something called as some x is equal to or f is equal to, okay, 5.67 is the value, float value is there. Okay, now I want to convert this s value, this float value, to the integer. Similarly, one flag value I take, flag is equal to true, let's say that. So these string value, float value, and what? The boolean value I want to convert into integer. For this I have to use conversion function. For example, a is equal to integer of s. Okay, now the s is converted to the integer and assigns to what? A. Therefore, if I print like this, print a, and the type of a, if I say now a is equal to 123, which is what? Integer data type. Okay, so string is converted into integer. Okay, similarly, b is equal to, I say, integer of f. Now float is converted into what? Integer and assigns to b. Therefore, I can say that print b comma, okay, then type of what? B. If you see, now see, this is only the integer part is assigned. Integer part is assigned to what? So f is equal to 5.67 actually. Only the integer part of f is assigned to what? Assigned to what? B. Therefore, b is equal to 5, and whose data type is what? Integer. Okay. Similarly, c is equal to, again I say, integer of flag variable. So what is the flag is? Flag is what? True. So the integer value of true is 1 and false is 0. Okay, so the flag value is true. Therefore, if the boolean value converts into integer, means if true is converted into integer, then it will be what? 1. Okay, so therefore you will be getting C, and the type of what? C. So you can see that the flag value, the true value converted into integer is what? 1. So this is what we got, 1, and the data type is integer. Okay, like this, integer function can be used to convert strings, okay, float, or what? Boolean value, any data type value it will convert into integer. Okay, now suppose let's say some s1 is there. S1 is equal to 0b11, sorry, 0. Okay, 0b, okay, 1100. This is a binary value is there. Okay, this binary value, okay, I repeat, this binary value I want to convert into integer. So therefore, at that time you have to use the base. Okay, so the binary base is 2 actually. So therefore, I am going to write a is equal to integer of s1. S1 should be a string. Okay, so these particular binary, octal, and hexadecimal values should be in the form of strings, otherwise it will not convert. Okay, so therefore, comma, and I give the base value is 2. So what I am telling to this particular integer function is that s contains what? Binary value, that I am specifying by using the 2 base here. Okay, so now if I try to print a and the type of a, so this is what? Now this binary value is converted into integer, that is 12, and assigns to what? A. So therefore, a is equal to 12, and the data type is integer. Similarly, suppose the s2 is equal to one octal value is present. Suppose 0, O, 0 O, okay. For example, 526, let's say 526 is the octal value. This octal value I want to convert into integer. Therefore, B is equal to integer of S2. So, what is the S2 contains? S2 contains what? Octal value. Therefore, octal base you have to give, that is octal base is 8. Therefore, now if you try to print B and the type of B, okay, so you can see that this octal value is converted into integer, and that integer assigned to B is what? 342. Okay. Similarly, okay, S3 is equal to, now I am going to write here is equal to 0x, let's say that A1, okay, B2. This is the, assume that this is a hexadecimal value. So, any value that begins with what? 0x is a hexadecimal. Now, this hexadecimal value if you want to convert into integer, then you have to write integer S3 comma, then you have to give the hexadecimal base is what? 16. Okay. Now, print C and the type of C. Got it? So, therefore, what is this hexadecimal? This hexadecimal, when it is converted into integer, you will get what? This particular 41394. Okay. So, this is what happens with it. So, like this we can convert, okay, you can use this conversion function to convert the x value into integer. Okay. First function we have completed. Now, we are going to understand what float conversion function. What does this float conversion function do is, it converts this x value to float data type. Okay. Let us understand here. So, let me erase the screen. Again, new ideally window that I am going to open once again. Okay, right. Assume that now S is equal to, okay, 5.67. This is what? One string is present. Okay, one string is there. Okay. Now, the string present in the form of what? Float. Okay. Some A is there. So, nothing but X is there. X is equal to 125 is an integer value. Got it? Then I can say that again some flag value. Okay, flag is equal to, let's say false. Let's say false in this case. Okay. Now, I want to convert this string value as well as this particular integer value and as well as this flag value to the float. Therefore, A is equal to, I can say float of S. That's it. Okay. Then B is equal to, what I can say is float of X. Okay. Then C is equal to float of, okay, float of, then flag I say. Okay. So, therefore, this S is converted into what? Float and assigns to A. Similarly, X integer value is converted into float, assigns to B, and flag is also converted into, flag is means false. False means 0. Okay. This it converts into float and assigns to what? C. So, now we are going to see what are the values of A, B and C. You can see that okay, 5.6 A is and 125.0, because 125 is converted into what? Integer. You will get what? Points. So, 125.0, and the C value is what? 0, because the flag is what? False. False value is 0. So, when it's converted into float, it becomes 0.0 and assigns to C. Okay. So, this is how we can convert the string, integer and the boolean values into what? Float. Okay. So, second conversion function we have completed. Now, we are going to understand what? Complex. So, what does this complex do here? It is the complex function converts real and imaginary. Okay. Real, I repeat here, let's say, let me write here, real and what? Imaginary values into complex number, How? Let us understand this particular thing. So, let us assume that R is real, short form is real I am writing. Okay. Real is equal to 2.5. Okay. Imaginary is equal to minus 7.4. Let's assume that. Okay. Now, these two float values I want to convert into complex value. How can I do that? C1 is equal to, I can say complex of, okay, only real value I am giving. Okay. I am not giving, assume here I am not giving the imaginary value, only real value I am giving. Therefore, it will consider the imaginary value as 0. Okay. So, therefore, if I try to print, okay, if I try to print C1 and the type of what? C1, then you will be getting here, see the complex value of C1 is what? The real value is what? 2.5. Therefore, I got 2.5 plus 0j. Imaginary I have not given here. Therefore, the imaginary value is 0. Okay. And the data type of C1 is complex. Now, if you want to convert, okay, the real and imaginary both values into complex, then we have to give complex real comma imaginary. Two values you have to give. Then if you say C2, the C2 will be like this 2.5 minus 7.j. Okay, so like this complex conversion function can be used to convert the values into what? Complex object. Okay, fine. Similarly, str function. Now we are going to understand str function. So what is this str conversion function do? Let us understand here. Assume that we have what integer value, let's say that 123, and there is a b is equal to float value 5.67, and there is a flag variable whose value is assumed that true. Okay, and complex value is also there, that 2.5 minus 8.3j. Okay, assume that. Okay, 3.j. Okay, right, 8.3. So we have different types of values, a, b, c, all these values are present. So what I would like to do here, it is I would like to convert these integers, okay, this particular float, boolean value, complex value to the strings. How can I do that? S1 is equal to str conversion function of a. That's it. Now if you print the S1, S1 will be a string value. See, you got in the course, isn't it? So the integer value is converted into string. Similarly, you can convert the float value into the string. Similarly, S3 is equal to the boolean value flag can be converted into string. That is what S3. Then S4 is equal to str of the complex object also we can convert into string. Like this you will be getting. Okay. This is str function. So I'll give you a better example. Suppose a is equal to 1, 2, 3. Okay. A is equal to 1, 2, 3. It's an integer variable. B is equal to 4, 5, 6. Now what we want to do is we want to combine the a and b values into the c. Therefore the c is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 it should be. Okay. So how can I do that? For example, if I see c is equal to a plus b, if I write, what is the c value will be? The addition of this particular 123 and 446. But I want to combine these two values. 123, 456, I want to concatenate, I want to combine the values into c. Then how can I do that? That is c is equal to str of a plus then str of what? B. So whenever you add the two strings, the strings will be concatenated. Okay. For example, now you can see c is equal to 123, 456. Okay, like these two numbers you can join, you can combine, you can concatenate by using this str function and with the help of the plus operator, which is concatenation operator. Okay, then if you want to convert the c value to the integer, then c is equal to convert integer. C is equal to, okay, integer of c, we can say that. Now c is equal to this integer value. Okay, so this is how can you use the str function. Next, we are going to understand about what bool conversion function, which converts the x value to the boolean. Okay, boolean value will convert. How? Let me show you again in the next screen. Let's say that ideally. Right, now we are going to understand. Let me directly print here. Otherwise, let's say that some x is equal to bool of 1. Let me say that. Then x is equal to what? True. Is it clear? So what's the boolean value of 1 is? 1 is what? True. So therefore this 1 is converted into integer and assigns to the x. 1 is converted into boolean value and assigns to what? X. Therefore x is equal to true. Similarly, I am going to show you all the things. Okay, you have to understand one simple thing here. Please let me explain. Okay, let me explain here. Okay, so what are the true values? What are the true values in Python? In Python, 1 is true. Sorry, what is false? First of all, we understand what false value. Then it becomes what? Easy. What are the false values? False values can be 0, okay, none, okay. Then it will be what? Empty string, please. Okay, none and what? Empty string. I can say that empty string. Open the quotes, close the quotes. Other than these three values, other than this value, three values is what? True. Maybe 1. It may be 25, it may be minus 98, okay, it may be what? One string, okay, it may be what? A space also a true value, okay. So I can say that nothing is what? False and something is what? True. That is what the meaning here, okay. So let me show you here. I print here. First of all, I print the bool of, right, bool of, let me say that 0. 0 is false. Then bool of, I say what? None is also false. Bool of, okay, empty string. See, empty string I am giving. Therefore, it is what? False. And when you come to the remaining things like bool of 1, or it may be bool of okay some number, or some bool of okay minus negative value, okay, or bool of one empty ABC string, or it may be what bool of okay empty string, empty string, not space. You see that all are trues. Okay, so this is what about boolean conversion function. Okay, right. Now we are going to understand about what the char function. Okay, the chr function converts the x value to what unicode character. Okay, x to what the character. So x can be a unicode. Unicode means what? Any code, okay, universal codes that starts from 0 to 65,535. Okay, generally we know ASCII codes, but this is what converts it to what unicode character it will convert. How? Let us say that. For example, let's say that now I am going to say that chr of 65, I give 65. 65 is nothing but what? So this 65 is a ASCII code which is converted into the character. Okay, it's converted into character. What is the 65 ASCII code is? This is capital A. Okay, that's what. Similar, the reverse of that one is what? ORD of x. This it converts the x value, x integer value to the Unicode. Unicode it is going to convert. For example, ORD of, now I give capital A. What's the capital A ASCII values? Okay, ASCII value is what? 65. Like this it is converts. So not only the English alphabets, Unicodes are nothing but any language alphabets. So any language alphabets I cannot give here. Suppose ORD, I give here let's say the 1250, this particular value I am giving. Okay, sorry, I mean to say character of okay 1265 I am giving. Okay, it will give the character like this. Okay, generally Unicodes are the all languages codes, okay, like Telugu, Hindi, English, Tamil, Malayalam, Chinese, Dutch, okay, that have the number starting from 0 to 65,535. Okay, but I am just practicing here ASCII codes. Okay, and this is CHR converts the ASCII code into what? The character, and ORD converts the letter into what? The ASCII code or Unicode. Okay, like this we can use the conversion functions. Next, we are going to understand binary, okay, hexadecimal, and there is one more method is there, like what? One more function is that okay, octal of x. So binary, hexadecimal, octal functions. These functions converts x value to what? Binary, hexadecimal, or what? Octal. Okay, what is that? Let us understand. Suppose n is equal to 125 is there. This binary you want to see, binary of okay n. You say that will get the binary value. But binary value will be in the form of string. Okay, right. Similarly, this octal value I want to convert the n value. So octal of n means it will give the octal value. Then similarly, hexadecimal value you want to you want to convert the n value to the hexadecimal. So 125 hexadecimal is what? This is what the answer. Like this we can get it. So these functions, these conversion function can be used to convert the integer value into binary, octal, and what? Hexadecimal. Okay, so these are the different conversion functions that are present in what? Python. Okay, and these conversion functions we are going to use, okay, we are going to use in the next coming class, okay, to convert the strings into what? Different data types. Is it okay? Right?